today I'm going to launch this penguin so far into orbit it's never coming back. And we're going to be pretty mean to a lot of wildlife in general, including the seals lying on the ground. But there's something very satisfying about terrorizing the walruses. That one wasn't such a superstar of a run, but we'll get there. $413 is $413. Let's see if we can get a better launch. It's all about the timing. Oh, so then once a penguin hits the ground, we just finish it off. We bury it in the ground and get a new one. I don't know if I should be prioritizing collecting gems and coins or not, so we'll just continue to terrorize wildlife because that's fun. Made $820. We got 12,000 total, so we could probably get some upgrades now. We can get power 3, which says get stronger. I don't know if that's the penguin or the polar bear that gets stronger. We can get faster max speed. That's always a fun one. And more rebound. And more beat force, which is hopefully exactly what it sounds like. We're going to get a lot of that. So now when we launch a little penguin, that wasn't a very good launch, admittedly, but everything should be that much better. We're going to get more bounces and more speed. And so far so good. I kind of mistimed that, but I got an achievement for hitting 15 walruses, and that's just the beginning. And if we hit a snowman, I guess we get a little bit of a bonus. Yeah, we roll into a snowball, we go over the leprechaun, and we hit a rock. That probably hurts the penguin quite a bit. But that's $1,100 from a single run. So let's do it again. Let's get a better launch. I'm not sure where to hit it to get a good launch. Luckily, we've got a lot of penguins we can sacrifice, so we'll get it figured out. I'm at a 17 walrus combo already, so we're looking pretty good. Okay, do we want to hit that or jump over it? I don't know if I want to touch the leprechaun. Okay, I guess you didn't have a choice. That's still part of the combo. New high score. Oh.
Can't you see I'm a little busy?
I don't like what that leprechaun's doing. That doesn't look like a good deal at all. But that's a problem for that penguin. We're already moving on to a new one. So let's also upgrade our beat force and then our rebound. Oh, but we can get better bats. Apparently I can use Thor's hammer, so why would we not use Thor's hammer? Okay, that works a little bit better. We've knocked him straight into orbit. Okay, we got a new high score and a new league, all because I bought a hammer. And then we killed another penguin. $2,000 for that run, but things are escalating really quickly. Normally it takes me a long time to grind this kind of progress out. To be fair, I didn't mean to buy something so overpowered. I just wanted to get rid of the ads, and apparently that comes with a superpowered hammer and a very, very touchy leprechaun. There is some other cool hammers to unlock once we get the gems, if and when. For now, we'll just continue on with the hammer because why wouldn't we? Look at it go. Okay, the benefit of going this far also is that we get lots of money for upgrades. So we're going to get up to level 9 for power. I think that means we're going to bounce more when we hit things. We got an amazing launch. This will be a good one. Unless I miss absolutely everything and get the touchy Irishman. I still made $3,000 there though. So we're going to upgrade our rebound. If we can't do this with skill, we'll just brute force it with upgrades. So far so good. Whoops, didn't mean to whatever. We'll make this work. My timing is really bad. I keep thinking those are walruses and I dive into them, but they're rocks. But we're learning. We're not going to hit rocks anymore. We got an amazing launch. I feel good. That was actually a really good launch. Now it's a high score all by itself. Then we broke through that and we stopped there anyway. But that's a new record. So let's upgrade max fly speed. This is something I probably should have done already. And this max speed might actually carry us past our record pretty quickly. We just got to time it onto idiots. So far so good. That's a rock and that's a touchy leprechaun. Still not entirely sure why those exist, but that's fine. We'll just continue to upgrade things and hit penguins with hammers. Okay, we hit a snowman this time, so that's going to carry us forward a little bit. Then we're going to crash down near a rock and lose all of our feathers. Okay, we had another amazing launch. This time we're going places. I can feel it. We just need a little luck with that first walrus. There we go. We got one and him, and we're going to turn it into a snowball. This is going to be a good one. There's a new record. We're going to bounce off him and bounce off him. It's only a 5 times combo, but we're doing great because we're making big distance. Never mind. Of all the horrible things we could do to a penguin, that's the worst. $5,000 though from a single run is not bad at all. So let's upgrade our beat force 3 more times. So that should mean a much bigger launch if we get a good one. Okay, that was definitely amazing. So it's a pretty good launch. In fact, it was so good with our upgrades that it's basically already a new record and we just touched down. There's a pond. That's new, and we got the toucher again. Oh, and because I hit 15 seals, 15 walruses, 50 animals, I get rewards. This game is really just about being mean to animals, and I'm all for it. Like, let's upgrade the max speed 3 more times, and then if we get a good launch, it's going to be a really good launch. Yeah, I think we're going to land, and it's just going to be an automatic new record because we're moving that much quicker, and we're even tearing through trees and stuff along the way, and we're going to murder that thing, and that thing, and that thing. Oh, An orca. Okay, yeah, I'll jump into its mouth. Pretty sure those eat penguins. Okay, we just murdered a lot of those. That's probably literally half of them that are left in the world. Then we hit a rock. But we went 9,300 feet. And that's worth $6,500. That's worth a few upgrades all by itself. So we're going to use it for more power. Still not entirely sure what power does. But ask me how much I care. I'm just having fun launching a penguin into orbit repeatedly. Another $14,000 to spend on upgrades though, so that's 3 launch upgrade powers. So if we get an amazing launch, that's going to carry us pretty close to a new record all by itself. So we touched down at about 6,500 feet. Now I need to pay attention so I can land on animals. And I missed that one because I'm stupid. And I missed that one because I'm stupid. So let's try that again. I didn't upgrade anything. I just got a really, really good launch there because we're coming down to a new record already. So that was obviously perfect. I'm not sure what we did differently there. We just kind of got lucky with a good launch. And then we hit the green diddler again. But it was all worth it. Maybe not to the penguin, but we made $7,400. Maybe rebound would be a good thing to upgrade because we hit the ground a lot more than we should. Rebound's probably a good thing to upgrade if you're bad and lazy like us. I don't really want to get better. I just want to upgrade stuff till it works. But that was a good launch because we landed at about 9,000 feet. So we might get a new record if we're lucky. These extra bounces are going to work in our favor. Oh, what's the water? Oh, I thought we could hit the water. This time we had a launch that says cool. We went like 2,000 feet instead of the 8,000 we normally go. But there's also a lot more walruses to hit near the beginning, so that's kind of funny. But it's very hard to go anywhere. This one might be a new record just based on that launch trajectory, provided we don't do anything stupid, and so far so good. The bonuses get a little bleak when you're way out here though. There's nothing to land on except trees and rocks. But we very quickly saved up another $26,000, so let's get our top speed much higher. Another 4 upgrades to top speed, and then we'll take an extra upgrade for power. That should mean we break through stuff just a little better. And this top speed might help us reach a new record. We're going to hit the ground at 8,000 and hopefully have some stuff to land on for once. Oh, you can go in the water. Okay, that's actually a really good one when you do hit it. It's a little nerve-wracking though, because I don't know where he's going to come down. Definitely going to take a snowball into a tree though. I just upgraded power and he can't even break a tree. The very next launch, we got another good one. We just peaked at something like 4,500 feet. So we should touch down around 8,000. And if we get some lucky bounces, it'll be a new record. I just crossed over a treasure chest that I wish I grabbed because I'm sure that's full of fun stuff. But I'm still having a lot of fun just hurting the wildlife. That's a rock, not a seal. But again, that's $7,400, so I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to keep launching penguins. Not like that, though. That was a bad launch. Another good launch. We got to pay attention to where we peak. Okay, that was a better one. We peaked at about 6,000, so we're going way downtown on this one. Might be a new record as long as we don't hit a rock or a tree or a diddler. There it is, new record. And we came to a stop just before a tree. But there's about 12,000 feet. That's actually going to be hard to beat. So let's just upgrade Beat Force a few more times. Because I don't really know what else to do right now. I guess we just keep kind of powering this further and further. That was a really bad launch. We won't talk about this one. This launch, however, will be perfect. I never really know how good a launch is till I see where we peak. And that time we peaked at around 7,000. So this should be a new record again. All because of those upgrades. That was a new high score before we even hit the ground. We just really need more stuff to land on. Oh, a toadstool. I wish we could get more luck to have more stuff to land on. But I guess we'll just make do with all the things we have right now. Why are those guys frozen, by the way? I have a lot of questions. Oh no, he got out. Making almost $10,000 a run now, so that's nothing to be ashamed of. That's going to be a lot of upgrades. Even with an amazing launch that time, we peaked at about 4,500 feet. So this isn't going to be as good as the last one, unless we get very lucky. But that's not super lucky. I think what I need is a stronger penguin. So we're going to spend a lot of money. That was 5 whole levels. So now we should be able to bust through more of those trees and icebergs and stuff. At least I hope we can, because I'm really sick of getting stuck by a single tree. I should be able to power through things now. Except for his love grip. You can't get away from him. And I've probably hit a lot of animals by now. I wonder if I have any more achievements. I have not. My next one is to hit 6 penguins. And I believe those are the tiny little things stuck in the snow that are actually hard to see. I mostly just hit them accidentally. I did hit a treasure chest on this one, no, it was a bad launch, but I did get a treasure chest. That's gonna hold me max speed. Okay, so I just get a free upgrade to max speed. But that's fine, we'll just do a few more of those because why wouldn't we? And then we're gonna get a good launch. It still peaked out at like 5,000 feet, so I think we're probably moving very quickly, but it wasn't actually as good of a launch as it said it was. And then we're gonna, oh, there's a penguin. Oh, we missed it. This feels like a good launch, just the way the penguin took off from the hammer. So we're gonna peak there at about 7,000 feet, so that's a good sign. Because usually it peaks not quite halfway to the destination. I think we landed on a mushroom right away. We broke through the diddler that time. And I think we're gonna hit a new record. As long as we don't hit anything too bad, we broke through a new high score and into a new zone. Then we hit a rock. I'm going to upgrade my rebound some more. It's only level 11, so we're able to buy 4 levels of that fairly easily. And that makes my little moron a little bouncier. And we really should be upgrading that more because I'm spending a lot of time hitting the ground. I can usually get a pretty good launch. It's just the things that slow me down are either hitting rocks, diddlers, or the ground. So combine that with a nice good launch that's going to peak us at 6,000 feet, which is good enough. We might get a new record thanks to that bounciness. So we landed naturally on him. I missed him entirely, and yeah, the bounciness definitely helps, especially when we miss absolutely everything because we're stupid. Just hit another treasure chest on this one at about 10,000 feet, so hopefully that's got something amazing in it. I'll take any upgrades or money the game is willing to give me. And we hit a tree. I thought we were able to break through those by now. But the treasure chest, wow, has 87,100 coins. So I'm going to put that all into max speed, which is going to take us from level 17 to 28. So now if we get a good launch, which this might be, well, it was pretty good, not great, but the speed of this penguin should definitely help carry me a little bit further than before, because we just got a lot of speed upgrades. That was for max speed though, more so than just like average speed, so I don't know if it really affects like us right now. 13,000 feet though is a good sign. We just need a proper launch. Pretty confident in this one. Oh, that was lucky. Now we're in the sky. The problem with skydivers, I don't know where the penguin is, so it's very hard to time the next maneuver, and those guys always get me. This was a really good one. That peaked out at like 8,000 feet, so that might carry us to a new record without doing anything. New high score, just like that. And we're going to make lots of money on this one, so we're going to get lots of upgrades to go ridiculously even further, while harming as many things as we can along the way. 15,700 feet, which gives us $30,000 to spend on Beat Force upgrades. So along with a few little upgrades, I've also doubled my gold for every run, just so we can kind of speed up this process a little bit. That was a pretty good one. We peaked at about 8,000 feet. I'm not sure where the sound went, but I miss it dearly. So while I was trying to figure out where my sound went, I saved up another 90,000 coins. So I'm probably going to spend that on better launch force, that way I can catch up to the top speed. So that's going to go from level 21 to 29, and we'll get an extra bounciness just for fun. Oh, and also one of these. I suspect that can potentially send us to new heights. 9,500 sort of thing, so we might break a new record before we even touch the ground here. We got a lucky bounce right away. We're going to land on him. We're definitely into a new record. Those rocks always are an abrupt stop. But that's definitely a new record, and that's got to be worth $23,000. So upgrades are going to come faster and faster now because we're making so much money. Plus, I need to remember to check my achievements because we're hitting new things now, and that's got to be worth something. Oh, these are just daily missions anyway. We got to hit 3 more penguins, but that's going to be hard to do because they're hard to see. Too bad this penguin doesn't count. That's another pretty optimal launch. We peaked somewhere around 9,500 feet, 9,000 maybe. So as long as we don't do that, well, whatever. It was still a pretty good run. Topped out at like 11,000 feet. So we got a new high score before we even touch the ground, and we get a new background. And we'll just keep bouncing along after we murder Shamu and still hit a rock. But that new record gave us $26,000. So we have about $100,000 to spend. I'm going to spend some of that on power for sure. We're going to take that to 25 because I'm sick of hitting walls. Also more bounciness, and then we're going to get maybe more top speed while we're at it. Then hopefully those rocks will stop us just a little less. Okay, this was a good launch. We peaked out at like 12,000, so again it might be a record by the time we even touch the ground. Which seems to be the best way to do it, because then I don't have to rely on any skill or luck really. I just kind of do this and wait for the money to roll in. Till we hit that guy. He's never going to give up on us. Oh, there's an end to the path though. Okay, here's another $100,000 to spend on more force. So that's going to take us from level 30 to 38. Also, that might have been a pretty good launch. We topped out at about 13,000 feet, so that's definitely fine by me. This will probably be a new record. Yes, definitely going to be a new record thanks to those upgrades. Won't be long now till we reach the end, and we get to see what's down there. Looks like there's another penguin waiting for us. We have to go probably 25, maybe 30,000 feet. But I think if we get a really good launch, we could actually do it right now. There's 25,000, and I saw the rainbow right there. You can see it right there, we're so close. But we're making so much money now anyway, like after that run we can afford to get 2 more better launch upgrades, and then more power. Then all we need is a good launch. Thor's hammer really made the difference here. So we peaked just under 15,000 feet, which might be enough to carry us through to the rainbow at the end. I'm very excited to see what that is, yep. Oh, we hit a moose. We get new animals to hurt. But we made it all the way to the end of the path, so what do we get? 100 gems. Continue to compete with penguins from all over the world. $35,000. Which can buy a few more top speed upgrades because they are getting expensive, but we'll see how far we can go. We'll see what the moose does. When we hit it, they'd probably just die. Either way, it's probably not good for their back if they get hit by a penguin from orbit. So I wonder if there's anything we could do to kind of jump up the leaderboard a little bit. So I just did a little off-screen grinding, and now I have $2.4 million. So I'm going to try and spend 1.2 of those on beat force and the other on top speed. So we put 1.2 on launch force, and the other 1.2 is going into top speed. That was just a cool launch, but this is ridiculous. Considering that was just a cool launch, how far we're going, I'm going to like what happens on a great launch. Because I think this is going to be a new record, and that was just like a very mediocre launch. And aside from all that, we're actually getting pretty lucky with the bounces. We're over 30,000 feet. We're going to kill a moose. Thank you, Canada. And I don't know if it's just our new speed or what, but we're just not stopping. We're hitting animal after animal on our way. We're at 35,000 feet now. Okay, we got about $42,000 to that run. We climbed up the leaderboard, but we're still in like 1.3 million place. I think a good launch will make all the difference in the world. There it is. Amazing launch. We'll see where we peak and then how far we go. We should be climbing for another minute, which is going to climb me up the leaderboard some more. There's 50,000 feet. There's 55,000 feet. That's ridiculous. That by itself is $67,000. Okay, it turns out upgrades max out at level 100. So launch force is maxed out. I'm pretty sure max speed is also going to max out. And then I guess I'm going to spend $940,000 on a rebound, which isn't quite enough to get it to max level, but it's pretty close. This one feels better. We got a good launch. We're still going upwards, so we'll see when we peak and how long we peak for. So we peaked till about 29,000 feet, which we can still do better. At least I think we can. I'm not really sure anymore. Okay, this one was the superstar run I've been looking for. That was like 37,000 peak. And I don't know if the extra power had something to do with that or not. I don't see why it would have, but we definitely got a new score. Our old record was 57,000, so we're already up to 65,000, and our new power didn't help with the tree. But we did climb up to 210,000 place, so that goes to show people have, they played this a lot. I did buy my way here, but shows that putting in the effort works.